fight again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain.
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
Oh, that shall be near the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and still the air. A drum! A drum! Macbeth doth come!
Peace! The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth and yet are on it? Live you? Or are you aught that man may question?
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner ye greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me ye speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
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 Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By my father's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands no more in the prospect than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, and why upon this blasted heath you doth stop our way with such prophetic greetings. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air. What seemed corporal hath melted as breath into the wind. Will be it stayed.
Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home may yet enkindle you unto the crown besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles to betray us in deepest consequence.
Two truths are told in happy prologue to the swelling act of the imperial theme. Cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success? Commencing in the truth, I am the Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrible image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? present fears are less than horrible imaginings. And my thought, whose murder is yet fantastical, shakes so my state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, chance may crown me without my stir.
New horrors come upon him. Like our strange garments cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and hour runs through the roughest day. Let us toward the king. Think on what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough.
Kinsman Thane, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter as my successor and the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine on all observers, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly, take my leave. The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down or else o'erleap, for it is in my way. Stars, hide thy fires. Let not the light see my black and deep desires. The eye doth wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the prophecies report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves heir, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor,
by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with, "Hail, King that shall be." Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness that should attend it. Hie thee hither, and let me pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise thee with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid does seem to have thee crowned withal.
Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter. Thy letters transported me beyond the ignorant present, and I feel now our future in the instant.
dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thing, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eyes, your hands, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear to alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me. Hark. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that do tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood to stop up the access and passage of remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my felt purpose or keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever your sightless substances do await nature's mischief. Come, dark night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep under the blanket of the dark and cry, hold, hold.
If it were done, when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could tremble up the consequence and catch with his surcease success. That by this blow might be the be-all and end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump to life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here. This even-handed justice. He comes in double trust. First as I am his kinsman and subject, strong both against the deed, then as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath been so meek in his faculty, he hath been so clear in his great office. His virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late. I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which should be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Has it slept since? And does it wake now so green and pale at what it did so freely? Wouldst thou be a coward in thine own esteem, and let I dare not wait upon I would?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that becomes a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. I have given suck, and I know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, with it smiling in my face, pluck my nipple from his boneless gums and dash his brains out, had I so sworn to this as you have done.
If we should fail?
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, I will his two chamberlains with wine and wassail so convince that when in their swinish sleep their drenched natures will lie as in a death. What then cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers who will bear the guilt of this great quell?
Bring forth men children only. Thou undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dare receive it otherwise? We shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death.
I am settled. I will bend these corporal agents to the terrible feet. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
Who's there? A friend. What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been an unusual pleasure, and hath sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, with the name of most kind hostess, and shut up with measureless content.
Being unprepared, our wills became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
Ah, all's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend some words upon that subject, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger I see before me? The blade toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. Have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat of pressed brain? See thee still, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes have made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still. But on thy blade indulging gouts of blood, which was not so before. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now are the one-half world, nature seems dead. Wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep. Oh, sure, firm said earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
What has made them drunk has made me bold. What has quenched them has given me fire. Oh, It was an owl that screeched. The fatal bellman who gives the sternest good night. He's about it. The doors are open. The surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their drinks. I laid the daggers ready. He couldn't have missed them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I'd have done it. My husband.
I've done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise? This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
One did laugh in his sleep. The other cried murder, that they did wake each other. I stood, and I heard them. They did say their prayers again and address them again to sleep.
The two are lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening to fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
For could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be considered after this, so it will make us mad.
Methinks I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth doth murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath. The balm of hurt minds. Great nature's second course. Chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? My worthy thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly on these things. Go, get some water. Wash the filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think on what I've done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The living and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. I will gild the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise doth appall me? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Will great Neptune's blood of ocean wash away and clean this blood from my hand? No, this hand will rather the multitudinous seas in incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color. I shame to wear a heart so white. There's a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our bedchamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. There's more knocking. Get on a nightgown, lest the occasion shall call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your own thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
is a knocking. Indeed. Oh, knock! What is that? Oh, I here get no quiet at all. Oh, anon, anon. I pray ye, remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Caroused until 2 clock. Drink, sir.
I do believe that drink gave thee the lie last night.
Oh, that it did, sir. Had me by the very throat. But is it trying to piss me off? Oh, I think being too strong for him, although he did took up my legs sometimes. But I made a shift and cast him out.
Is thy master stirring?
Oh.
Our knocking has awaked him. Here he comes.
Good morrow.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I almost slipped the hour.
I'll show you to him.
I'll make my bid to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Oh, horror, horror, horror. Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What did you say, the life? You mean His Majesty?
Approach the chamber and then destroy your sight with a new gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Banquo, as from your grave, rise up and walk like a sprite to countenance this horror. Ring the alarm bell!
What is the business that such a horrid trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak! Speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo! Banquo! Our royal master's murdered.
Whoa, lass! What, in our house?
Oh, too cruel anywhere. Dear Duff, I prithee, contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Died an hour before this chance. I'd have lived a blessed time. But from this moment, there is nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. Those of his chamber as it seemed had done it. Their hands and faces were embadged with blood. So were their daggers, which I found unwiped on their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them. Yet, I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious in a moment? Loyal and neutral? No man. Here lay Duncan, unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? That a heart to love, and in that heart the courage to make his love known.
Let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all, as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. And yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why, by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We shall have rather had your good advice, which hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. As far you ride?
Well, as far, my lord, as we'll take up the time twixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
You hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, we'll have cause of state to crave us jointly. Hide a horse, adieu, till you return at night. Those flayons with you.
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, so I commend you to their backs. Farewell. Fears in Banquo stick deep.
There's none beside he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked. As it was said, Mark Antony was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, bade them speak to him, then prophet like they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand. No son of mine succeeding me. Oh, if it be so, for Banquo's issue have I fouled my mind. For them, gracious Duncan, have I murdered, put rancors in the vessel of my peace. Only for them. An eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, that they may be kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than be so, come fate into the list and champion me to the utterance.
How now, my lord? Why keep you alone? Things without all remedies should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Steel or poison, malice domestic, foreign levy. Nothing can touch him further.
Oh, come on, gentle my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. You must leave this.
So I shall, and I pray, be you. Let your remembrance be of Banquo and apply to him. Give him eminence, both eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams, making our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are. Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knows Banquo and his son Flayance lives.
But of them nature's copy not etern.
there's comfort yet. They are assailable. Be thou jocund. Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day. Put thy bloody and invisible hand on that great bond that keeps me pale. Light thickens. The crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begun begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents do to their praise arouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Bad things begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
At my command, Banquo has been killed, but his son Fleance has escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect. Whole as the marble, founded as the rock. As broad and general as the casing air. Now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound by the too saucy doubts and fears. There the grown serpent lies. It's the worm that's fled, hath nature that in time will venom breed, but no teeth for the present. Sweet lady, now good digestion wait on appetite and health on both.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Have you done this?
What, my lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Are you a man?
Aye, and a bowen that dare look upon that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger that you said led you to Duncan. Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look on but a stool.
Prithee, see there. Look. Behold.
What? Quite unmanned in folly?
I stand here. I see him.
Fie for shame.
The blood hath been shed ere now. The olden times, the times have been that a man's brains rot, the men would die. And that it end, but now they rising. So, being gone, I am a man again.
You have displaced the mirth and broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be? When now I think that you can look on such things and keep the natural ruby of thy cheeks when mine are blenched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
Will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees speak.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Wilt to sleep. And you're yet but young indeed.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
Conjure you by what you profess. However you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, Even till destruction sickens, answer me to what I ask you. How now, you secret black midnight hags? What is't you do?
A deed without a name. Speak. Demand.
I will hear you.
Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife.
However you come to know it, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fears aright. But one word more.
Macbeth, 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 beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear
Be
thee.
bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn. The power of man, for none of women born, shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure. I'll take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, so I may tell pale-faced fear it lies. In sleep, in spite of thunder.
Listen, but speak not.
Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest or bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet bodements, good. Rebellion's head rise never till wood of Burnham rise. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if thou art, can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
Now, I will be satisfied. Deny me this and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart.
Come like shadows, so depart.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar.
Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, what a soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it when none may call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man would have had so much blood in him? Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Here is the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this one little hand. Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Do not look so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried and cannot come out on his grave. To bed. To bed. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed. To bed. To sleep.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays of lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, poor player upon life's stage that struts and frets, then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Sick at heart. This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough, and my life has fallen into the sear, the yellow leaf. And what should accompany old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not.
Tyrant, show thy face. If thou be'st slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at naked kerns whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again unheeded. Let me find him, Fortune, and more I beg not.
They have tied me to a stake, I cannot fly. But verlike I must fight the course. What is he that's not born of woman? Am I to fear or none?
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back! My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words! My voice is my sword. Thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out.
Thou losest labor. As easy mayest thou the entrenchant air with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou hast served tell thee. Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be the tongue that kills me so, for that's cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believe that palter with us in a double sense, and keep the word of promise to our ears and break it to our hope, I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward!
And live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and underwrit.
Here may you see the
We
tyrant!
will not yield! To kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane and thou opposed, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him who first cries, hold, enough!
Hail, Malcolm, King of Scotland!